simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Auburn Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. Auburn pulled out a thriller the last time these two met in the Iron Bowl.
And I was so impressed last year with just Auburn's physicality. They beat up Alabama. They did it in the trenches. They did it running the football. That was a statement win in the Iron Bowl last season.
A huge win that they can build on, because you know how Auburn's looked at in the state of Alabama. They're the little brother. They're not respected as much. Win 2 in a row, start to gain some of that respect back from these Elephant fans.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Leaves it with the running back. Finding an escape route. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Hands it off. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Makes the catch. It's Jackson. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room. Give the
rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Smashes it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
So the Auburn Tigers offense will go to work for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs, and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field. Hauls it in the first down and more. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Give to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Grab near the marker. It's Cheek. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Auburn going to work with another 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Trying to set up the screen. There he goes. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Got it.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Trying to pull his way in. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working on the right. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On the move. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Looking to fire. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he was just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Oof, what a break by the returner. You know, he's looking to try to do some damage and make some people miss and make a big play. And he coughed that puppy up, but what a break. How fortunate is he to fall back on that football.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Knight. Zings it complete to the right. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Creates a little room. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the move. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He'll keep it himself. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Out of the gun, the inside give. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the move, it's Henderson. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to stay on the field, Jesse. One game at a time. Don't get over our skis. Think about too many things in the future. Think about today.
Yeah, they've got to have a sense of urgency now, especially knowing with that #1 beside the name, they're going to get everybody's best shot. So they've got to step up. They've actually got to elevate their play now, I think, to keep this thing moving forward.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Knight. Makes the grab over the middle. At the 20, he's got space. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. Caught behind the line. It's Moore. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll run it to the right. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Found a seam. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. They'll try to snap it quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. Turns it loose. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. From the red zone, looking for a space. It's complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Escapes trouble. Big guy smells it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to throw time, running short in the half. Touchdown Tide! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. The sure hands, it's Henderson. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Knight. Got it in the middle, it's Bond. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Oh, he makes the catch. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Auburn lines up quickly. Lost a throw on 1st down. Dumps it to the back. Complete. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Out of the backfield, he's open. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And as the 1st half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And now the lead is even bigger. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellows, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Tigers and Tide. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Gets it out fast. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Wide receiver comes in motion. This quarterback part of their running game. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
And I tell you what, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Handoff to the lone back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Catch in the middle. It's Cheek. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Back to pass, it's Knight. Finds his back in the middle. Turns it on in midfield. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Bond. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Cheek. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Under fire. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn. Auburn extends its lead as the Tigers are turning back the tide.
And I give credit to Auburn, too. It seems like every year when these two teams play, it doesn't really matter what Auburn has done leading into this game. They are able, time and time again, to play their best when they play against the Tide. They're doing it again here in the 2nd half.
And I hate the cliche, throw the records out, but it does matter in this game. Why? Both these schools, in the same state, they hate each other. Their fans hate each other. Got recruited by the same schools. There is nothing about these two teams that like each other.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's open on the right. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Fakes to grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try the run. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the single running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking to throw on first down. Caught. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. They'll run the screen. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. 1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Motion from the wide receiver. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Motion from the back. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The give from the gun. Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Bears the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Meadows. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Lost the defense. He's wide open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. They'll try to sneak it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the marker, it's Williams. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Got his man on the outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Here we go. Wants to keep it in the air. Got his man. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. Touchdown, Bama! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Yeah, and I like this. The QB, you could tell. Quick read. See it. Get the ball out of your hands. Get the ball out wide to your playmaker. Let him do the rest. No monkey business, no waiting in the pocket, no indecision. Nice job. He did a great job reading it and getting it out of his hands.
So here comes the Auburn offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the... Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run and get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Touchdown, Tigers! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. That might be the proverbial 4th quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. The play action fake. Fires to the tight end. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Meadows. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell.
He'll take a shot. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Breaks free. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run, but now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. This time of year, when you're the higher-ranked team, you're getting everybody's best shot. And, guys, they answered the bell.
There are head coaches in this sport that say nameless, faceless opponents. You got to be able to show up. You got to be able to bring your best game to the park, regardless of who you're playing. A lot of eyes on this one, David, because of the rankings. But, man, they were easily the better team today.
Well, and I get that nameless, faceless, but when you play a ranked team, it gets your blood going a little bit. And you could tell they were ready to make a statement. Played a good squad. They made them look like they weren't a good squad, proving why they're ranked so high.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Finds his tight end. Breaks into the open. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's
intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Bringing it back, and they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Since 1893, this game has meant more to the fans in the state of Alabama than any other sporting event, and the toilet paper will fly at Toomer's Corner. The Eagles will fly, and it is an orange and blue game as Auburn takes down the Tide in the Iron Bowl. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.